Hi boys and girls, Mrs. Martin here. We are now on episode 4 of our discussion about lab tools, and my board is filled up. We've talked about a hand lens, a microscope, a magnify box, and they all magnify. This is the most powerful one for very, very small things, things that are microscopic. We talked about dropper pipette, a forceps, picks up liquids, picks up solids, and then we started to talk about lab tools that you measure with. We started out with measuring liquids, volume, graduated cylinder, beaker, measuring cup. The unit of measure is milliliters or liters. We mostly use milliliters, and I have no more room. So by the magic of this new BenQ, and that's its name. Its first name is Ben, and its last name is Q. You hit this, I have a new page. Isn't that amazing? So, I think I'm going to let y'all pick another color. Well, come on, tell me what you want. Whatever. Okay, red. I thought that's what you wanted. Red is we're going to talk about another measurement tool, and today it's going to be our friend, you got it, the meter stick. So that was number 9, I believe. If I'm wrong, you can email me. Meter stick. And along with the meter stick is its smaller friend, the ruler. So the meter stick is big. It's 1 meter. The ruler is actually 30 centimeters. So we have a ruler. I'm going to tell you that this is a neighbor, but it is not anything we're using. We use centimeters and meters in science, so that leaves out this is a yardstick. And it is measured with inches, feet, a yard. We really don't do that. We're going to walk that away. In our science class, we use centimeters, and 100 centimeters is 1 meter. So when we're using our ruler, we do not want to use our inches. We want to use the centimeters. And a centimeter is about the size of your finger. So if I would put my finger here, that's about a centimeter. An inch is a bigger measurement. And if you go to the doctor, they'll measure you in feet and inches. But in science, when we're doing experiments, we use centimeters. So I'm going to go ahead and put up here, as the unit of measure is centimeters. Put this on your paper. And we just abbreviate it with cm. Or it's going to be a meter. And that's when you're measuring long things. If I was going to measure this room, I certainly wouldn't want to use a ruler. I would want to use a meter stick. And that is an M. I'm sorry this looks messy. I'm going to write that nicer for you. There. So we have a meter stick and we have a ruler. I'm also going to include another item. This measures how long something is. It measures distance. Whereas this measured volume of a liquid, we have measuring distance now. And this is called a tape measure. It looks like tape and it's used to measure. So it kind of makes sense. So I'm going to make that number 10 because it's not quite the same. But it is also, you use centimeters with that. Can you think of why I would ever want to use this where I have a nice meter stick or I have a nice ruler? Why would I want to use this? Mr. Martin, do you know? He doesn't know. Well, what if I wanted to measure, I'm going to buy Mr. Martin a cap or I'm going to buy something for me. Can I use this to measure my head? No, I'd break it. So this is very genius. This allows me to measure my head to get the right, oh my gosh, My head is 56 centimeters. I don't know if that's a lot. I'm gonna measure Mr. Martin's head after this, and I will try to remember to let you know, because he's got a pretty good size head. So that's when you measure a tape measure for those items that are unusual shaped. I'll just say unusual. Unusual. Is that right, Morris? Yeah, thank you. Shaped. So it's basically, if you can't use a ruler, use your tape measure. So we are going to measure, just for fun. This table I'm looking at right now is 81 centimeters. I don't want to use this because that's too hard, but I can use it to measure this card. And this card is 18 centimeters. Okay, there you go.